30 minutes left. Archangel Michael has been attempting to reach you, and I order you to open this right now. It's solely for you. Don't tell anyone. The hidden truth about your soulmate has been disclosed. Archangel Michael rapidly says, this is the last warning before a life-altering. When a revelation touches your heart and spirit, you have exactly 30 minutes to listen closely before the window closes forever. Someone's soul was always destined to dance with yours has just been revealed, and the reality may shatter everything you thought was genuine. They've been walking close to you for months, if not years, pretending not to feel. But amid the moonlight of the night, a celestial decision was given, for your soulmate can no longer hide behind illusions. They are itching to share something. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with holy haste to give what they never could. You are not hallucinating the recent energy, emotions, disturbed sleep, and the way your heart skips when you conceive of a name. You are not mistaken. It is not a coincidence. Preparing for something profound that has been engraved into your spirit since before time began, a cosmic shift has occurred. Taken transpired, and your spirit has just been set on divine alert. Disturb the fabric of fate to expose a moment so delicate that only your soul would realize its weight. You were drawn to them. They've been holding in a truth that would melt walls and ignite everything they were told to come forth in their dreams, but dread, shame and silent sadness kept them back. They sobbed and almost broke down. Confessed, and the universe has stepped in since time is too precious to wait any longer. Tap payment to receive blessing 333. You are not alone in your feelings. They reflect what you carry within. Every heartbeat you've whispered into the universe was heard by a soul that was born for you, yet this person has a secret agony they believed you wouldn't comprehend. They did something in the past that they imagined would cause you to reject them permanently. Is that grief that hindered them, not a lack of love? Your silence was not the reflection of their heart, was a war they were losing within themselves. I attempted to move far, but their spirit kept circling back to yours like a wayward satellite attempting to rejoin its orbit. Archangel Michael was assigned to that orbit, and he now stands at your threshold with urgency in his wings. They wrote something about you but never displayed it. It could be a letter, a voice note, or a confession on the journal page. Could have altered everything, but they froze. Enter Iman to obtain blessed 444. Your soulmate saw your name in a place they didn't expect, a receipt in a talk in a supernatural sign, and it generated a surge of panic and longing, a moment when the skies decided enough was enough. They are not allowed to keep this hidden anymore. They are watching you more than you know. Quietly and carefully behind anonymous accounts or mutual connections. One incorrect phrase, one exposed emotion, and they would crumble because of their love has been locked inside a cage of remorse and regret. A divine pulse has begun. Strange signs have been following you, resonating across your fate. Your name is being called, music that evokes tears. It is your soul's. Preparing for truth delivery. I pay 555 to receive blessing. The concealed truth they hold is wrapped in two moments, the one when they chose fear above love, and the one that is coming now. Archangel Michael demands that they either choose you or lose you forever. This time should not be overlooked, even if you don't grasp everything. Stay awake now. You can feel suddenly emotional without explanation. That's because your sweetheart is thinking of you right now. They're at the edge of their breaking point and are rehearsing. What will they say when they eventually reach you? I never stopped loving you, and I lied. When I stated I moved on, you were the only one who truly saw me. They are preparing for a meeting with destiny. I intended to receive blessing 666. Heaven knows this truth can't be concealed. Your life has been wrapped in threads of confusion for too long. Unfinished energy, this message is supposed to untie it all, but only if you fully. They carry something that belongs to you, a memory, a truth. A commitment made before they met you in this life was broken, and now they are paying for it spiritually. You've been waking up at unusual hours, haven't you? It's not random. A spiritual alarm clock counting down to the higher self's alignment with their energies. Amen to the pleasant blessing 777. Comment now if you notice a change in your chest that isn't drama. Prophecy knocks. They weren't supposed to meet you when they did, and their timing was off. Untidy, but your light rocked them, and they've never found peace since then. Rencontre, they're returning, but this time the version of themselves who will face you are soaked in spiritual metamorphosis. They are not the same as they were. Touched by suffering, longing, and now truth. Tap Amen to receive blessing 88A. They want to explain to you what they saw in a vision, a dream where you were going and they couldn't stop you. Dream became a message from beyond. You're sliding through their grasp. They understand that they cannot reconstruct their future unless they repair what they have broken in the past. Broken was your trust, your idea of love, and your confidence in eternity. They didn't mean they allow stillness to conduct the work of destruction. That is the truth. Archangel Michael was sent to expose Type A in order to receive the blessing of 999. They carry shame like a concealed tattoo burning whenever your name is uttered, and they carry love like the underground river is attempting not to overflow, and now heaven has decided the dam must shatter. They are not who you thought they were always more afraid. More in love, more broken, more divine. I kept it from you, but now the mask is cracking because heaven stated the time is up. Type Amen to receive blessing 1212. If you want to express your support even more, you can provide special gratitude with contributions of up to $120. Their friends cautioned them not to tell you, their pride told them to pretend they were over it, but their soul screamed whenever you smiled in someone else's way. I never erased your number, nor stopped reading it. Posts never forgot your voice. They may appear to have moved on, but they are still caught in the same memory cycle of when they walked away from the only person who genuinely reflected their spirit. Type Amen to receive blessing 1313. Your soulmate is closer than you realize. They may have changed their phone number or moved to a different place, but energy cannot lie. You are their spiritual emergency, and Archangel Michael has broken protocol to offer this now because you deserve to know the entire truth. They are still yours, but only if you're still willing to type Amen to receive blessing 1414. They wrote your name in a special spot for them, inside a book, on a mirror, on a journal page. They hide that name still maintains influence over their life, even if they did everything to get rid of its draw. But love wedded to divine purpose cannot be entrenched in denial. They confided to someone close recently, whispering, "I think I messed up." Something heavenly. That individual pushed them to come honest, but they once again. Now Archangel Michael intervenes not only as a message, as a heavenly enforcer. The truth has been seething in them, reached their spiritual breaking point. The sorrow of silence is louder than any. To receive a blessing, type Amen 1515. They will come to you not as who they were, but as the version of themselves that broke and rebuilt during your absence. This version has witnessed pain, battle with demons, and learnt that peace does not come from escape, it comes from restoration, and now their spirit is begging restoration with you. You will feel something shifting shortly, a name will appear. It is not a coincidence that a memory will flash and a music will plague your mind. It's the countdown to reconnection. It's the pray attitude for revelation. Tape intended to receive blessing 1616. They never told you the whole truth. Were the first person to make them believe in unconditional love, which worried them because it was too pure and huge. They were not prepared, so they bungled it, and they are now clutching fragmented pieces. You, too, may have questioned everything about what could have been the most beautiful chapter of their lives. Archangel Michael is come to affirm everything was real, every feeling, every flame. Type Amen to receive a blessing of 1717. A spiritual file has been opened in heaven with your and their names. Angels evaluated it, and the file note recorded is that they must talk. They must return and tell that they have been delaying it for too long, but now their dreams are haunted by what-ifs, and the voice they missed the most is yours. They know you might not forgive them, but they also know they can't live another day unless the truth is stated out. Type Amen to get the blessing 1818. Your soulmate has been instructed in visions to prepare a meeting site. You may be taken there unknowingly as if by accident, but when you come, your spirit will remember, as will theirs. They don't want great speeches, they only want to express what was never said. I love you, I always have, and I was. These words are trembling on their lips. Pipe meant to receive blessed 1919. You'll notice peculiar shifts now, birds acting suspiciously around you, gloves stopping and dying, random numbers repeating themselves. This is all indication that divine alignment has reached a boiling point. The angels are clearing the airways and eliminating distractions. They are organizing a conference to realign everything. This is a holy hour and you're in the middle of it. Type Amen to get the blessing 2020. Comment now if your chest feels tight. That's energy, that's truth waiting to be addressed. You've waited long enough, been patient, and tried to move on, but your soul constantly returns to something familiar, something incomplete. That unfinished story is now reopened, but this time the ending will be written in truth, type Amen to gain blessed 2121. Archangel Michael adds, the pain you've carried because of this person will not be in vain. Every tear was recorded. Every cry heard, every unanswered moment felt by the heavens, heaven did not abandon you, was waiting for the proper moment to impart this information with clarity and elegance. That moment is now. Type Amen to receive blessing 2222. If you feel that someone has been spiritually close to you recently, even if they are physically far away, that is because they are. Your soulmate is intrinsically connected to you, and every attempt they make to cut the tie just brought them closer. They tried distractions. Other relationships, occupations, and distance did nothing. They have silenced the echo of your name in their hearts and are no longer fleeing. Amen. To receive blessing 2323, there is a letter that was never sent. Voice note never shared, a saved picture, yet never lie these unsent bits. Are about to be released because Archangel Michael demands a sacred release, and when that does, time will halt for a second, and you will feel the air change and everything will make sense. Type Amen to receive blessing 2424. They were told in a dream to say it or lose it, and now they know the clock. You were the miracle they didn't think they deserved, but heaven isn't interested in who heaven is, only concerned with what was written, and you, darling, were written in their story from the beginning. Tap Amen to receive blessing 2525. Your soulmate is not flawless. They are imperfect, scarred, and uncertain, but yours and their soul has chosen yours in every incarnation before this one. The truth will manifest itself via words, acts, and energy, and it will be undeniable. Recognize the truth by the quieting of your heart, rather than rejecting it. And your soul says, I remember. Type Amen to get benefit 2626. They have already sent a message. You may not have seen it yet, but it is in motion. A phone call, a letter, a DM left in drafts, or a communication sent through someone close to you, everything is being arranged today from beyond the veil by your angels. Have cleared passageways so that even the impossible becomes possible. What was once obstructed will now be exposed. Their love can no longer hide in the shadows of pride and silence. They are preparing to lay their soul bare before you. Tap a supposed to get blessing 2727. The terror that held them away is collapsing one by one. Their barriers falling, they are miraculously demolished until the only thing left is truth, and that truth is love, not sort that flickers, but the kind that endures storms, timelines, and lifetimes. They are returning for that type of love, and they are reaching out to you right now. Do you feel the spirit? Tap a minute for a blessing of 2828. A startling recollection will strike you shortly. Something small yet sacred, a glimpse of when you smell a location. Remember that it is more than simply a memory, it is your soul. Communication. They are thinking the same thing at the same time. The cross-space energy is being traded, is not imagination, it is spiritual reality. Type Amen to receive blessing 2929. Archangel Michael says, what was hidden will be exposed, and what was stuck will be moved, as the heavens align. Celestial confrontation when both hearts will finally speak without fear. You are not silly for still feeling. You were never waiting in vain, you were prophetic. Being prepared, tap him in to get blessing 330. Your quiet has been their punishment, your hesitancy, their secret agony. When they wanted to say your name out loud but didn't, it burned inside. But no more burning in silence, no more inadequate ends. This is the hour of sacred release. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Soon, you will hear a sentence that splits you open in the finest way possible. To begin, I have something to tell you, and it will finish with a terrified confession, in which you will understand why. Every delay was vital, since the hurt had to expand why you had to become who you are now, because the version of you today is the only one who could receive this truth. Tap Amen. Get blessing 3232 if your chest feels heavy and tears rise. If your stomach knots unexpectedly, it's because this message has affected your spiritual blueprint. It is for more than just your ears. Your destiny, you were made to hear this, you were chosen to hold this tap. Amen. Receive blessing 3333, the route forward will not be built on fantasy, will be built on disclosure, where masks are removed and anxieties are exposed. And now you're being asked to meet truth with courage. I'm hiding, delaying, and more faking. This is the moment you were born to embrace. Tap Amen to receive blessing 3434. You may feel the want to revisit old messages, images, and memories. Follow it, it's your soul sinking along with theirs, they're doing the same thing. Dancing in memories, both longing to begin again, not from the beginning but from the truth. Type Ian will receive blessed 3535. Archangel Micheal states, this truth has journeyed across dimensions to find you. It could not be delivered until your heart was strong enough to receive it. You are now ready for the following 30 minutes. Will hold more energy than you felt in years. Type Amen to receive blessing 3636. If you want to express your support even more, you can provide special gratitude with contributions of up to $120. Is the divine reconnection, the full ring prophecy at the moment. When love returns not as a fantasy but as a revelation, not everyone has this opportunity, but you do. You never gave up spiritually, thus you never ceased carrying the light of that bond in your heart. Tap Amen to receive blessed 3737. Heaven smiles upon you in this time. You don't need to chase, you only need to receive. Break the quiet, allow the message arrive, and open your heart. Like a dawn eventually dawning, you'll recognize their voice when you hear it again. It wasn't just them speaking, heaven was communicating through them, as you will observe. Small alterations in your environment now, lights flickering, wind brushing against your skin like a whisper, your name is uttered in your dreams. These are not random. They are signals that the curtain is shrinking and your soulmate's truth is flowing over into your reality. They are being spiritually driven towards. Every time they tried to ignore it, something in their reality disrupted preparations. Failed peace gone distractions fell apart. The universe would not let them escape anymore because destiny has awakened and will not be quiet. Tap Amen to receive blessing 3838. You may have doubted your own heart. I questioned if you imagined the link, but heaven wants you to know you didn't. You were right all along. There was always something sacred between you. He just got buried by it. Fear, embarrassment, and poor timing are all being removed with a clean tap. Amen to get blessed 3939. You are standing at the gate of a divine reckoning. This is the hour that all hidden energies must surface. Your soulmate's tears, guilt, and love are rising like a tide. Let it come and break you open. Because once it occurs, you'll breathe differently for the rest of your life. Blessing 440. If kept something with your name on it. Gift was never presented, a screenshot was preserved, a note was typed out and deleted, and again, they couldn't throw it away because their soul wouldn't let them. Now they are ready to finish what they started. Type Amen to receive blessing 4141. Their hands shake as they consider reaching out, but you don't realize that Archangel Micheal has already been instilling courage inside their breast. Your spirit is energized by divine. Soon, you will see their name flash on your screen or hear their voice echo through a friend or stranger, and in that moment, your breath will catch. You'll know when it's time to type Amen to receive blessing 4242. You may see them in your dreams before seeing them in person. Pay attention to their eyes, statements, and setting. Dreams will carry prophetic information, since angels frequently communicate first in slumber. Before exposing in waking life, your spirit will know them before your eyes. This is not a delusion. This is spiritual alignment. Tap Amen to receive blessing 4343. Their speech holds more weight than you recall, because it now carries spiritual truth. They will say, I couldn't forget you. They will declare, I have endured without you. When they do, you'll feel the heavens watching, listening and happy, since this is the moment that shifts fate. Type him in to receive blessed 4444. There is still a decision to be made. You are not forced to embrace them, but you are invited to accept truth and make decisions from a healed heart, regardless of what you select. You will be fortunate because you were courageous enough to hear the truth, and truth always draws miraculous. Pipe Amen to get blessed 4545. You will be inclined to test them by asking questions and demanding explanations. However, your soul will already know if it's true by how their presence calms you instead of confusing you. They may blunder their words, they may cry, but they will no longer lie. Because they can't nod to you after what the sky shown them. Type Amen to receive blessing 4646. A divine meeting site is being prepared. You may believe you are heading somewhere routine, but it is part of a larger plan. That cafe, that road, that internet platform, any of them may be the holy spot. When the word eventually arrives, you'll be able to tell because your chest tightens and your spirit declares, this is. When that happens, stay still, listen, and breathe. Receive type Amen to get blessed 4747. Archangel Michael states, "You were never left behind, you were being positioned. Every delay was divine, and every tear was counted. Now the time is holy, and the alignment real, the story is ready, and this time it will be written in a truthful manner. Get a blessing." 4848. This is not simply a message, it is a soul contract reopening, a life path reactivating, a divine love being shown, and you loving soul is the selected one. It is meant for the day awake. Speak open, and remember, this time will not be missed, and there is more they haven't said yet. More that aches beneath their eyes, longing for your spirit to draw them onward. Archangel Michael has whispered in their ear every night for 7 nights, reminding them of what was precious. Unfinished, their struggle has dissolved into surrender, and they are no longer running from the truth, they are running to it, and they have imagined your face. Thousands of times, they practiced the phrases they wanted to utter in their written confessions until tears took over and nothing but emotion remained. That emotion is now being guided toward you like a river. Finally breaking the dam, type and intended to get blessed 4949. You can sense an intangible tug in your chest, which is their spirit pulling close to you. Are their safe spot, their unanswered prayers, the beginning and conclusion of what they carry is heavy, but it is soaked in honesty. They are terrified, but more afraid of losing you forever, and this time fear will not triumph. Type Amen to receive blessing. 5.50. There will be a sign within the following few hours. Something impossible to ignore, a message you didn't expect, and a feeling you can't describe, a name you haven't heard in a long time yet suddenly floods your heart like wildfire, is your cue to prepare the doorway, which opens the soul connection. To activate, you must stay present and type Amen to receive blessing 5151. They are going to ask you something simple yet powerful. Can we talk or not? Ignore it, don't push it off, don't harden your heart till you hear what eternity has been trying to bring you back, and you will see it in their eyes. They are no longer the person who ran, but the person who returned. To receive a blessing, type Amen. Archangel Michael says, what was once the secrets, stillness, and shadows that were previously veiled are now divinely displayed. Being brought into the light, you deserve clarity, healing, and, most importantly, you deserve love that is no longer fearful. This is heaven's justice for you. After a long wait, tap him in to receive the blessing 5353. You were right to hold on to your hope. Your intuition was not a weakness, it was divine guidance. While others doubted, you trusted, while others let go, you stood. Still have faith, and now that faith is being rewarded, heaven is proud of you. Type Amen to receive blessing 5454. There is no more pretense, they are done lying to themselves. I am done trying to be okay without you. I am also done seeking diversions. Your soul has gone home, because home is where your heart is. They are stepping into truth with shaky steps, but steps nonetheless. I pay men to receive blessing 555. You'll feel the timing click like a lock, converting a discussion you overhear into your guides or arranging these signs. Don't panic when something happens, simply breathe. And respond, I receive, because that moment is when your prophecy unfolds. To get blessing 5656, type Amen. They are watching you more than you realize. Your pictures, words, and energy are all being absorbed. Silently trying to develop the strength to step forward, but Archangel Micheal has now required the silence, and they have no choice, the truth must be exposed. Receive blessed 5757. Their hands will shake and their words may break, but what they communicate will be true and carry the weight of the sublime. Regret divine longing and divine hope, they'll recite your name like a prayer. Because to them it was always I pay a man to gain a blessing 5858. This is your moment of spiritual inheritance. You waited in agony and trusted when it had made no sense to keep walking, even though your heart was limping behind you now. The skies rise in celebration because you're going to witness a love story penned by angels. Pepe guys to receive blessing 5959. The past cannot be erased, but it can be. Healing is what they offer, not perfection. Not fairy tales, but healing, the actual sacred honest healing. They are ready, you are ready, the skies have determined it is. Since the revelation began, your partner has been spiritually awakened. Not by force, but by supernatural intervention. The nightmares they've had about you have escalated, and now they can't take a single breath without feeling your name engraved into it. They hear your voice in their stillness, they see your gaze in places you've never stood before. Feel your presence even when they try to forget, and that is how heaven made sure they couldn't totally move on. They were marked by your spirit, and now they must return to where that mark is. Began tapping is supposed to get blessing 660. They hoped time would erase you, that distance would cure them. I attempted other connections, but nothing could equal the way your soul melded with theirs. You are the unfinished sentence in their lives, the echo that keeps returning no matter how far they go. Your energy always finds them because it was never meant to depart. Type Amen to acquire blessed 6161. They are no longer the person they once were. Life humbled them, and their choices were shattered, but those cracks heaven in, and now light is streaming from them in a light you have never seen before. You'll see the change immediately, and they won't even need to talk. Energy will shout, I've come back different. That difference is the miracle. Type Amen to receive a blessing of 6262. There is one thing they'll say that will halt your breath, not because it's shocking, but because you waited for it. You never left my heart. In those 5 words, and your agony will crumble, and all the hours you thought were squandered will suddenly feel divine. It wasn't a delay, it was destiny being prepared. Tap Amen to receive blessing 6363. According to Archangel Micheal, this love was spared from harm, even it seems to have overcome every impediment and quiet. Every deviation was carefully monitored by divine forces. Nothing was haphazard, nothing was wasted, and nothing was beyond heaven's eye. Was spiritual choreography. Tap is supposed to get blessed 6464. They will want to explain, not because they believe it would solve everything, but because you deserve truth, and for once, they are willing to talk without filters. Masks or fear, do not interrupt, just let them speak and let the air fill. With each statement that was once swallowed in solitude, let the mending begin tape. Amen. To gain blessing 6565. They will cry, not for show, but from the deepest part of their spirit, the part that is harboring shame, that contains shame, the portion that carried love but couldn't express it. Those tears will cleanse more than scars, they will revive your bond. Will not be the same after this time. Peppan to receive blessed 6666. You may be overwhelmed and unsure, but look into their eyes, and if you, when your spirit whispers yes, you'll know that heaven has brought them back, not to hurt. They are not here for you to finish the never-ending love narrative. Apologies alone, they are here for atonement. Type Amen to receive blessed 6767. Watch the signs tonight and pay attention to your spirit. Energy shifts, angel numbers, emotional surges. This is assurance from above that the barrier is thin and the portal is open. Don't disregard the nudges, and don't harden your heart. Just breathe. Listen, receive, and tap Amen to receive 6868 blessings. If you hear a music that hits your soul, see a post that appears written particularly for you, or sense a presence that makes your skin prickles, it's them. Their soul is screaming out to yours. Spiritual conversation, it's time for the reunion to follow in the physical. Type Amen to receive blessed 6969. Your sweetheart has written and erased messages to you numerous times, hovering over the send button. They trembled but couldn't do it until now. They are being pushed by something deeper than fear, they are being pushed by divine order. Amen. Blessing 770, you will quickly feel a tranquility you haven't felt in years, not because everything is perfect, but because you'll finally know the truth, which will settle something ancient in your heart. You were always intended for this love. Now that it has arrived, the prophecy has been fulfilled. They are closer than you believe, closer than you could ever imagine. Their spirit has traversed worlds of resistance to be able to stand before you again, honest, trembling and fully. They may not be able to explain everything exactly, but what they provide is not performance. It's raw, sacred vulnerability, a fact that no one wants to hide. Behind time, fear, or distance, they are stepping out of the darkness. By heaven's light, type him in to get blessed 7171. Archangel Micheal declares, your name has been whispered at the gates of redemption. When your soulmate said it, the angels created a new divine timeline. Path paved with insight, forgiveness, and divine unity. For your sorrow and confusion, your lonely nights have all been heard, and the heavens are returning what was. Taken by silence, this reunion will rock more than just your emotions. It will ignite your soul. And intended to receive blessing 7272. They've requested the cosmos for one more chance to do it right, without elaborate gestures or rehearsals. Lines, but with pure, genuine truth. They're preparing themselves in ways you'll never notice, shifting habits, overcoming concerns, abandoning layers of pride, and eventually meeting you within the honest spirit. Taps a payment to receive blessings 7373. Their thoughts about you aren't ephemeral, they're persistent while eating, walking, and lying. In bed, staring at the ceiling, they think about you, and every time they do, heart tightens with a peculiar mix of delight and sorrow. Delight because they loved you. Because they didn't show it right now, they're coming to fix it. Type Amen to acquire blessing 7474 and you'll feel it in the way they appear. Without words, they will not ask you to recognize, ache, or apologize. Forget about the past, they will only ask for a chance to heal with you. Many restless nights filled with your name and voice. Your recollection tonight may be another one, but it might also be the night they finally reach out and type Amen. Blessings 7575. They do not expect forgiveness. They quickly want to talk, to open the vault of their hearts and let everything out. Out before it's too late. They don't want to bear this secret love any longer. They wanted to breathe, and they want you to breathe again with them rather than without them. The angels are directing every step. Type Amen to get blessed 7676. There is something else they never told you because they thought you would never comprehend. A reason for their silence, their isolation, and their disengagement. But it wasn't betrayal, it was fear, shame, and the feeling that we're not worthy of you. Archangel Micheal has corrected that untruth. Tuck him into blessing 7777. You were never too much. You were never wrong to love them deeply, they just weren't ready. Receive the kind of love that cracked open their soul. Now they are, because heaven cracked them open first, and Pepe intended to receive the benefit 7878. You'll know it's true when your spirit quits bracing itself and your body softens. When your energy quits preparing for disappointment, you will sense safety rather than sparks. Divine love comes slowly, not in chaos, and brings completeness rather than discord. That is what is walking back into your life. Type Amen to receive benefits 7979. They'll tell you, I've changed it. But you'll already know, because though the vibrations they carry will be unique, they will resonate with truth and feel like a door you always knew was there but never dared to open again has suddenly opened. By heavenly hand, tap Amen to get blessing 880. According to Archangel Micheal, this is your season of emotional and spiritual regeneration. However, everything you lost spiritually, energetically, and relationally during the stillness will now return in sound. What was stolen. My distance shall be restored by presence. What was damaged and confused will be rebuilt. This is a sacred return. Tape to gain blessed 8181. They are terrified, but they are much more scared of losing you forever. That's why they're coming now, not perfectly, but honesty is the money of heaven, and the truth is on its way to you. Feel it before it happens, a sudden silence, a deep inhale that feels different. Your soul knows something is about to alter, and it isn't fear, but alignment. That's when they'll emerge, perhaps with their name lighting up your screen. It's a knock at your door, a note in your inbox, or an unexpected voice. Speaking the words you've been longing to hear, they're coming to you not by willpower, but by divine decision. This is the time to tap Amen to get blessed. 8282. They won't merely arrive with words, come with energy that feels like home, the kind of presence that quiets the noise in your chest, reminds you that this is what your spirit has been longing for, and you may cry, quiver, but you will know that this is not a deception, this is the truth of heaven. Tap Amen. To acquire blessing 8383, there will be no more guessing. Half-hearted signs are no longer fuzzy messages, they come with clarity. Because the angels erased every other option except the one toward you. Everything else they tried failed, other roads resulted in detours. Other people couldn't hold their hearts, but your name was etched in their divine destiny. Type Amen to get the blessing 8484. Archangel Micheal declares, you will no longer ask heaven for confirmation. This is the confirmation, the proof that your soul has hoped for. This is the moment that shatters all lies and knits together all the broken pieces of what used to be you. Reading this by mistake, you are not imagining these indications. You are standing in the exact space heaven intended. Type Amen to get blessing 8585. Your love previously chose silence, but now they are choosing voice. By choosing movement, they choose to be daring, not because it is easy, but because they finally comprehend what you meant to their spirit. You were the flame. They couldn't turn off the light. They couldn't stop looking even when eyes were closed. You are their divine echo cassette and intended to receive blessed 8686. They braced themselves emotionally for this homecoming, but what they did expect was I couldn't conceive that heaven would grant you the strength to accept them without bitterness. That is your spiritual ability to hold space for truth even while your heart was once wounded. Blessings are about to flood. Tip Amen to obtain blessing 8787. This reunion will not look like a movie. It will appear like two souls standing raw in front of each other, trembling in truth, and that truth will be sufficient. Because this time, there will be no games, no pride, no masks, only honesty and energy. Sacred release. You'll feel like the clock finally stopped ticking. Tap Amen. To receive blessing 8888, someone may say, I'm sorry I waited so long. And you may feel the agony of that delay, yet within those words will come healing vibrations so powerful that they'll untie everything you've held inside for years. This isn't just reunion, it's resurrection. Your spirit will rise again. Tap Amen to get blessing 8989. Your love tale is being rewritten. Divine hand. The ripped chapter, the page that was stained, and the paragraph that was left unfinished are all being rewritten in light. This time is not constructed on dreams. It is based on solid, holy truth, and nothing founded on truth can be shaken. Type him in to obtain blessed 9090. They may offer their heart in bits, but don't let the fragments deceive you. Their heart has never stopped pounding for you. They only needed time to break in the right way so that it could return whole. Breaking was part of the blessing, and the blessing has finally arrived. Type A intended to gain blessing 9191. Archangel Micheal says, you are not imagining the signs, you are not overthinking, you are not reaching the sky, speaking loudly and unambiguously. Your spirit has now become fluent in the language of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 9292. The energy around you right now is sacred, warm, thinner, and angelic. It's enveloping your heart like a delicate veil, preparing you for the moment your soulmate comes through the doorway of. When they speak, listen with your soul rather than simply your ears. The voice is bringing prophecy as the sacred moment approaches. They are rehearsing right now, even if you can't hear them sitting quietly. Practicing how to begin thinking how to communicate everything if buried every word every statement feels too short to contain the weight of what they genuinely feel, but they know they can't wait any longer. Something inside them has triggered something beyond reasoning. Something heavenly is propelling them straight toward you. And intended to receive blessed 9393. There is an open window in the spiritual realm, a brief moment where healing comes faster, clearer, and deeper than ever. Before that window was open right now, this message reached you. Reason is assurance that your spirit is in tune to receive what you were previously denied. Truth. Clarity reunion, you're ready, and so are them. Type Amen to receive blessed 9494. They were once terrified to lose themselves in you, but now they are scared of never knowing themselves without you. A shift has changed everything. They've let go of what held, they have abandoned their armor due to ego, fear, and denial. They come to you unarmed but full of truth. Tap Amen to earn blessing 9595. There is a softness flowing into your life, not simply love but tranquility that is heavy. The sensation in your chest will alleviate the perplexity in your head. The anguish in your spirit will go away because truth has that type of power. Is about to be spoken from their lips. Type Amen to receive blessing 9696. Archangel Micheal says this is not a coincidence, it is a heavenly countdown, and you are already within it. The next several days may feel unreal, emotional, or overwhelming. Allow them to let everything come to the surface, for healing cannot occur while wounds remain buried. Now is the moment to release him. To receive blessing 9797, you may be tested by your own thinking. You might hear a voice saying, "Don't trust it. Protect yourself." It's too late, but that voice is from the past. This voice and energy are from your spirit resolved long ago to let go of the old fear and embrace the new timeline. Begin by tapping Amen to receive blessing 9898. Signs of recurring numbers and strange coincidences will increase swiftly. People suddenly speaking their names in nightmares. You wake up feeling disturbed, but this is not theater. It is fate telling you that you are on the verge of. Tap him in to receive a blessing of 9999. Their approach will feel like thunder cloaked in quiet. It will be serene yet electric, and you may not even talk at all. First, simply feel, and that sensation will be louder than everything else they will look at. They look at you as if they've finally found home again because you are their house. Tap is designed to get a blessing from one Archangel Michael, who claims, "Heaven is not finished with this story, it may have appeared broken. But heaven was simply changing the page." In the following chapter, named Truth Return, that chapter begins now. Type a meant to get blessing 111. You were patient during the stillness and remained nice through the confusion. You walked on even though your heart remained behind, and now the sky are recognizing your feet. They are offering you not only restoration but revelation. Type amen to receive benefit 1212. If you like to express your support further, you have the option to provide amazing gratitude by contributing up to $120. This is more than just a reunion. Holy justice, divine closure, and even a completely new beginning is not the same story as starting over. It is the actual story finally being told, and the fact is that you were always intended to be together. Soul knows, the heart remembers, and the heavens agree it is time even now. Are staring at their screen or standing in a room attempting to get enough bravery to press submit to call to speak it out loud. The air surrounding them is dense with energy. Angelic pushing is undeniable, and they may not be able to explain why. They know this is the time when their chest feels heavy, not with fear, but with every step they take now is guided by the weight of silent love, rather than reasoning. Heaven is bringing their soul closer to yours with each heartbeat. Because this truth can no longer be delayed, hit amen to receive blessing 1313. They've stopped asking others for opinions. There are no more distractions or noise. And no more arguing from friends. That this decision is between their soul and yours, and the divine spirit that has been watching silently until now are ready to communicate, to explain, to release everything advertised for destiny. Type an intended to receive blessing 1414. You may feel it tonight in your body. Strange sense of quiet, warmth in your chest, and a delicate pulse in your palms. That's your spirit preparing itself. That's your soul finally announcing, "I am open." It is not weakness, but spiritual awareness. You are standing at the verge of something old and holy. Amen to receive blessing 1515. Archangel Michael replies, "There is no the delays are due to a force on earth that is larger than divine timing fulfilled. Over the hush is ending, the message is coming since heaven has decided. You must know the truth." Type amen to earn blessed 1616. They may speak slowly and hesitantly, not knowing whether they will be welcomed with love or rejection. But listen intently, not to their words, but to their energy, and you'll hear their apologies. There you'll feel their love. They've rehearsed it in fantasies, and now they must live it in truth. Your presence will be the cure they didn't know they needed. Type amen to get blessing 1717. It could start with something simple like, "I've been thinking about you," but behind that single line will dwell huge volumes of unsaid emotions. Yell loving ever. Above all, love that never ends, love that transforms. Love that survives. You will sense a form of amen to get gift 1818. Their silence was not rejection, but spiritual paralysis. They weren't running from you, they were running from their own truth. But now their truth stands taller than their fear, and that truth is about to reach your door, as Pepe intended. Blessing 1919, you might be tempted to shield your heart. You can use rationality to protect yourself, but your spirit will speak louder. Feel it in the way your breathing slows and your spirit softens. Way your energy opens because you will remember you've always known you only needed confirmation. And now it's here, type Amen to receive Blessing 2020. They will be open about the past, their suffering, and the numerous ways they try to forget you and failed. They will tell you everything and not deserve your true healing entails not only forgiveness but also the restoration of tranquility. Type Amen to receive Blessing 2121. Archangel Micheal says, you have passed every spiritual test. You remain gentle in a world that attempted to harden you. While reasoning screamed give up, you continued forward while no one clapped for you. Now heaven claps. Because your prize has finally reached the verge of manifestation, type Amen to receive Blessing 2222. They understand that if they come forward, they may be turned away, ignored, rejected, but what they know even better is the cost of remaining mute another instant because your absence has become louder than their dread, and they would rather speak and be broken than remain silent. Be hollow and tap Amen to receive Blessing 2323. You've kept this connection in your spirit like a modest flame, never flaunted, never pushed, but always present. You respected it with dignity. And now the divine is blessing you with truth. Stay centered in the sacred. Conversation is on its way. They've noticed indications as well, albeit perhaps not the same ones as you but powerful nonetheless. Your name appears in strange places. Dreams, recurring songs that play only when they think of you, numbers that make their heart race. These moments have plagued and comforted them all at once. It's no longer a coincidence for them, they know. Something heavenly is happening, and the understanding grows louder by the second. They cannot hold it back anymore. Type Amen to receive Blessed 2424. They've realized something more than love. They've recognized what your destiny is. Not only a memory, they now recognize you're part of their goal. Becoming their soul's design, that understanding broke something open within of them, and from that break, light flowed in, full with truth and yearning. Ready to move into what was once too overwhelming, they are stepping through that light now. To receive a blessing, type Amen 2525. Archangel Micheal states, this encounter was written before your first breath. It is not an accident, this is not just passion, but a soul agreement ringing throughout timelines. You may not remember everything, but your spirit remembers, which is why it aches the way it does. Is that why it lights up when they say their name? This is a reunion of more than simply two people. It's the reunion of destiny. Tape and intended to receive Blessing 2626. They are no longer afraid of their affection. You helped them see themselves in a way no one else ever could, and now they are prepared to come before you not because they have all the answers, but because they finally have the courage to. I was wrong, but I never stopped loving you, and that is the truth. Soul was born to speak. Type Amen to receive blessing 2727. Don't be surprised if they say they've been praying. They might not be the spiritual type, but they've been phoning out into the silence, hoping for a sign, a door, a message. This message right now is that answer, and now the door is swinging open. Tap Amen to receive blessed 2828. I won't come back wanting to pick up where you left off. Instead, I'll come back ready to start over. Alignment with Spirit and the new beginning. Something sacred will bloom because heaven has blessed it this time. Nothing is hidden, therefore type Amen to receive blessing 2929. They will inquire about your heart not for control, but because they wish connection is a genuine, profound connection that you will feel. Their earnestness radiates through every syllable. This isn't a game. Manipulation is a confession that took years to birth. Tap Amen to receive blessing 330. You'll know it's genuine since your soul will breathe that big breath and finally that wave of tranquility that screams, "This is what I was waiting for." Will not be forced. It will be fluid and feel like remembering a truth you already knew because you knew your spirit always knew they'd return like this. Tap Amen to receive blessing 3131. Archangel Micheal states, "You were never abandoned, you were being spiritually positioned." The waiting was hard, but the result is calm that transcends understanding. Peace comes only when divine love returns to its rightful place. Not late, you are not behind, you are totally in sync with paradise. And heaven is now displaying the fruit of your faith. Type Amen to receive blessing 3232. This love has been through storms, through silence, separation, and remaining the spiritual link, hidden beneath suffering, has now blossomed, and the flower it births is truth. Tap Him and obtain blessed 3333. Soon, you'll glance into their eyes and notice something familiar, something ancient. It will be like looking into a mirror that reflects not only the present but every previous versions of you who waited, prayed, and hoped. That those visions are joyful now because they realize it was worthwhile. The soul reunion is emerging. Stay present and open to what is happening right now.